The 3 lives. The elite gave 3 lives. They would clone you twice. Sometimes, but depending on their technology, which was the German scientists, so they're behind by like 4 points, which would put you guys at intellectual development status 2, which is like basically children. Lowered your guys' IQ energy level all the way down and sucked the resources from your clones. So this is where you get Neo Matrix when they're being reborn. So that is real. Just put it as real in your mind, but times it by your clones. So there's clones of you working in factories in China. There's clones of you working in underground facilities. There's clones of you guys. Sorry to tell you that, but there is. Watch I Clone Tyrone. Watch Star Wars and Clone Wars. Watch Avengers 1 and Endgame. Watch Star Trek Wrath of Khan. Watch anything with Denzel in it. I know, I get it, but his acting, like, I just watched The Equalizer beginning. I just watched dude, I love Equalizer. Like how he has the watch and he just clicks the watch. It's like, oh, he's spiritually timing his soul to his body. And so like when he presses that, he gets 10 minutes to do whatever he wants, technically. And then in the end, line it back up to his soul. So he's like a ninja in the spirit and physical. So good. Oh. But I only watched the beginning of it. I haven't finished the whole thing. But I love how he, in every movie, simulates time. Like, he's really good at simulating routine. Like, he's so standardized in, like, he does that in that film every day. You know, you could see the life happening. So that's why I love like the beginning stages of Equalizer. It feels so long, right? The movie is not that long, but like it feels long. Like we've been in the grind with him, doing what he's been doing since he got out of whatever he was doing. And he does so good with just equalizing time in that aspect. I'm like, oh, so good. I actually want to watch that again today. Self-defense course with Mom.
Plane.
Who? The plane fell? Oh, you gotta scoot it over. You can't have it on the edge. Okay, so in this dream, hold on, I gotta go charge my phone.
Mommy, don't leave.
Where's my phone charger? Don't yell at me. Jeez. Go get my charger where you take it. So, in this dream, I have a clone, or Sorcy has a clone, you know, in this dream. And she's trying to protect her last clone. Upstairs you had it. You're not going to go to camp tomorrow if you're going to be acting rude to me.
Yeah, but I don't know where.
You didn't even brush your teeth. You didn't take a shower. You did nothing. And I let you just hang out and play. Mommy took a shower. Mommy washed her face. Mommy put lotion on. Mommy changed her undies. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be an example and not have to tell you what to do. It just do it. So, but you fight against it. You must be one of M seeds. Marshall's seeds. Okay, so she was trying to protect her last clone, which her last clone she called her sister. And her sister was developmentally delayed, and she had these headphones that she would always wear, and her sister would be talking to her in her headphones, saying, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go, don't forget, don't forget, I gotta go. So she just like helps her sister remember that she has to do stuff to be able to not be there but still be there, because she had like a walkie-talkie and like a, you know, something player. So in the dream, the sister lived in that tower, right? It's in downtown New York. She lived in that tower. She lived in that tower, and Sorcy went out to go fight and do the crime, or fight crime. So she went out, and now she had to get her sister out. She finished whatever was out in the field, and now it was time to get her sister. Well, in this dream, it was a Russian mob, in like just like an Equalizer, but like it was a Russian mob who held the sister, and she had to go into the tower to get the sister clone and Mac. So she gets into the tower. The school's over that the tower took over, and then she went to the top, and it was a swimming pool. So it was a swimming pool at the top of this tower, and she goes in to go get her clone and get the sister. She makes it all the way to the top, and yeah, so in my dream, somebody had betrayed them, right? So they found out that she was coming because they called her and said, oh, they're coming up. So they get there, and they pretend, oh, everything is okay, but then one was faking it. One of the guys was faking it, and he like took the girl hostage, wrapped around her, and like sunk her into the water. The second clone grabbed her and sunk her like a snake in there and held on to her. So then, as they're she's like trying to get out of the elevator because he tricked her, because the elevator was closing. She had, and he grabbed and then went like that and closed the elevator. And then Sorcy finally got up, had to run upstairs, jump in, and then the dream ended there from that aspect. But I moved in with Kanye and his family. So Kanye got a hold of a huge fortune, right? And he said, okay, well, you can come live with me. And I was like, okay, whatever.
What happened to me and Dad and Nana?
You guys were there. Yeah.
Where?
So Kanye said that I could come live with him. But I was like, I'm not sharing a house with a bunch of weirdos. And then he goes, no, it's okay. You'll have the downstairs room. You just pay your rent or whatever you pay. And then, you know, there's another kitchen, there's another bathroom. It's a whole different living. I was like, Kanye, I don't want to do that. I'm putting in my 30 days right now. And he goes, no, come look. So I get downstairs, and it was a tiny little room, and it was already filled with my stuff. And then I was like, oh, heck no. Where's Angel going to sleep? Where's Josh? I was like, I'm not living here. And he goes, oh, no, that's just one of the little rooms. You get this room and this room and this room and this room. I was like, oh, okay. All right. And then it was filled with stuff. Different clothes, shoes, like tons of items. And I'm like, this is a lot of stuff. Like, how am I gonna get? He's like, oh no, it's just brand new stuff. There's brand new pairs of Louis and a heck of different clothes and stuff. Oh, I don't know. I think it's in there. Yeah. And then you know, Kanye's looking through the stuff. He's like, oh yeah, this is nice and this is nice. I'm like,
I can't find it.
okay, well then if you aren't gonna look, don't be. You barely looked, girl. You know he was over there when in the bounce house jumper. That's where he was last. When we had the little people at the bounce house. Squirtle was the pizza place. So,
It was closed down. The school was closed.
so what happened? Let me go back to the Clone Wars. So, if you got into like elite status, get back inside where it's cool and they see it too hot. No. Nope, not too hot. It does feel a little cool. I have AC on the outside. You know, outside I turn on the AC. You can go to trees and store extra water in the tree's roots and release it at certain times of the day so that you could get wind at the hottest temperature days. So it's just like making a trade with Greenland, or making a trade with Iceland, or making a trade with Norway to cool the temperatures. Get it? But if they don't have any protection over their skin, I trade melanin in sunstock so that the kids don't get burned through UV rays. So that's why I wanted Norway to win the games. I wanted Norway, but technically they won. Look at the heart of Norway beating so heavily. I can hear them all the way from here. It's like a whistle in Washington. It's so beautiful. It's like a really sharp pitched whistle, like a death whistle. I love it. But you can store extra water and it melts to the roots below. The roots below are the underground kingdoms. England, UK, Wales, Scotland, Ireland. Well, technically, Ireland's a bridge. Ireland is a bridge. It's not a real, like, it's not a part of the UK. It's a bridge. It's the in-between. It's technically the underworld. Like, technically, if, like, you frame it, it's like the last, Scotland first, and then the drippings of the end are Ireland. And that's where seeds get planted really easily. Because it's at the base of the root of the tree. It's the cave of the tree. The root. So that's why you think of the triple knots. Okay. The triple knots, the like Celtic Irish tradition, like how it's so tight down there. Because it's the root, the end of the roots. It protects us from falling into the abyss. Yeah. It's important. But if not stabilized, because there's some sort of like, they're chaotic beings, right? So if they get angry, it starts to burn the roots. So all they have to do is, all the Irish had to do is run and get angry. Run and get angry. Then it starts fires all over, like England. It'll fire. So all they do is sprint or do any sport. Sprint, get angry. And it's very easy to get Irish people angry sometimes. Because they feel injustice to like the core of them, and they can't withstand it. Like, they hate it. So they'll find a cause, any cause, and they'll run and get angry. And it's beautiful to see, but it's also what causes flames to be in the sky. So, like, okay, if you think of them as the veil, okay, if you think as Ireland down here as the veil, when they get angry, right, but they channel it, is that not music? Right? So the flute that the Native American plays over here is to talk to the future to tell them to calm down. So reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis. So to calm, to say, okay, my roots are angry. The red is angry. So we have to appease the energy ahead of time. So I went on a social media craze to bring the message underground that the roots are really angry. The roots are pissed. So I go on this little, light circle to calm the Irish down, to get Norway cool, to get Spain not be on fire. I go on this whole thing to communicate what's happening in the future or the Badlands to appease the anger of the roots. But you also have a lot of different root societies. So the reason that the Irish love potatoes so much, it's like getting the news for the day. It's like compacted messages of the news of the roots. So the news of the roots is potatoes. Some people prefer rice as their daily supplement, but because that's coming from the rice fields, which is a different story. Oh, yeah. What's wrong? Okay. Bear with me. I'm trying to get everything out. Okay, so they love potatoes because it's not like just rooted in racism, Like, I would say because the people over here, the Native American children have this copper tone like me, right? There's like this underglow. Even when you hecka dark, there's an underglow. But if there's no underglow, like this, it's like a little shimmer. If there's no underglow, they're not children of this nation because they're gold. This is gold. One Black person with this gold can pay for a nation. That's why I make them the king, because it's not the people on the land. It's the person emanating that light that's covering those children, like an umbrella. Yeah. So like Noah Khan. I know he looks, but I can feel that glow in his music, like it's glowy. Yeah, it's beautiful. But that would make him a native of his Connecticut area. So he wants to go back to that land to pay for the land. So if you pay for bad lands, so For example, if you pay for a land that's bad, you can turn it into a good land. That's a farmer. That's a shepherd, right? So Noah Khan going back to Connecticut to do 3 shows at Fenway is his way of paying off the debt of that land, right? Exactly. And these are the seeds of the future of his nation, right? They met at a Noah Khan concert. How fucking sweet, right? They danced at a Noah Khan concert. Like, that is a story I would want to hear about, you know? Actually, me and him were both sociology majors, and we met at a Noah Khan concert, but we found out we went to the same school, and it was wild because it felt like fate, you know? Okay, so let's say, what's his name? Mumford and Sons, okay? The 3 guys are Mumford and Sons. The one guy, Marcus. So Marcus, although he has his roots, he roots for England, right? So his roots are still in Irish tradition and Irish lore and Irish story, but he decided to replant his roots with his wife in England. He roots for England, right? So he's rerouting a tree to see if he can work hard enough to pay back the mother for the land, to be overland, right? So to turn bad lands into the good lands. That would take a lot of fucking work because England has been a fucking twat. England has been a fucking twat. A thorn in my fucking side. Between the thievery, between the bastardry, between the racism. It would take a lot to forgive that. It would take a lot. And he's going on his last little tour thingy or whatever. He can have as many as you want, whatever, to see if he could pay off that debt. But this is the end, to see if he can pay off that debt. So they're still in the game, I guess. Just 5 dogs playing at a crap table to see who will pay off a debt to the mother. I had asked a Chinese or Asian, American, or whomever to step up for China, and I ain't met one that was honorable and nice to me. I ain't met him. And that's wild, right? Except Jet Li. When I played Aaliyah, he was so fucking nice. He was kind. I bet he has like 12 clones. Cause if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. But what you do to get to me? Oh, would you be yourself, play a role, a lover boy? If I say no, or would you play me up, or would you stay home? First you don't succeed, you can dust it off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. Get it though? But do you really get it, guys? Okay, so Africa had so many people. Africa had so many people stand up for the whole continent. So Nip came to the game, trained by the great, trained in this like blue light energy, which is like changes the frequency really quick. It's like a flash, right? It's like to to break down his game preview, you guys would be you would be elated to see how his game worked on the field. It was different, but still, you know, grimy. It still had his faults. But can you fault a nigga for being exactly what he needs to be to survive in the location? Right? But then on the back, still steady, still had his game, still had, like, shift. He's like telling his lower self, shift through the world the way you got to, stay alive. That's it. Make money, cool. Motivate, cool. Stay alive. Like, that was the end game. I was in game. Stay alive, period. But you could look at it through his blood. If you think of Africa, think of it as blood. Like, no matter where it flows through the continent, it's you. Dark or light. What? Peppa? What? Official page? What's wrong? She going to school? She's live? You want to see her live? Oh. Oh, it's unavailable. What? This is her pig family getaway. They're going on a trip. Did you create that?
No.
You did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay, fine. Whatever. I'm here. So, I was looking at the, I was going through the Korean waterways, to see if I can get enough votes to recreate the lands over there. So to create a sky in China, I had to make a new roof, like a new dynasty. So a new roof would be like,
I didn't know it was a new Peppa
Yeah.
Pig.
yep, brand new coming up.
What does it say here?
It says, when is it?
Nickelodeon? Wait,
Nickelodeon, yeah. The Nick Jr. channel, US only. New season, Pig Family Getaway.
Only, what
Let me
is
see.
it? Is it only for what? What is it only for?
You just have to keep on this channel to be able to find it when it come out. You got to save the channel. Can I save a channel?
I can't look at it.
Subscribe. Oh, I have to sign in to subscribe. We didn't have one, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Okay, well, I just pressed like this one.
Okay.
Let me show you.
Yeah, just come back to that page. Yeah, perfect. So you'll have to see it again and then come back. All right, I'm live, baby.
Okay, I'm just going to stay here in the bed.
Okay. Where was I? Okay. To pay off a debt, to cover the roof, you have to establish a new dynasty.
I don't know. I can't sing like that.
Can you turn it down? So if you establish a new dynasty, you need a father and a mother. Right? So people can do Shiva, Parvati, Jesus, Mary, the story in which you find yourself, Moses and his wife. You could find the dynasty that you want to be a part of. Find the character within your soul and act it out. So you could drop it into your avatar. You could play the good game. So this is the good game. To get enough light to be able to drop into your Ori, to be able to manifest, right? So if I say, come to me, then that is supposed to come to me. But you can also have haters who block your blessings, like in soccer. your brothers decide against you because of jealousy, Joseph and the King of Dreams, right? Another parallel universe, Joseph and the King of Dreams, to be sold to the highest bidder in slavery, right? But now reversing it for them to sell financial gain to get more light. Okay, so you want to know how Joseph and the King of Dream ended? In all of our genetics, we became black sheep. We don't know why we thought the way we thought, but we thought that way. We don't know why, but something guided us. We don't know why this was happening to us, but like, I felt like Jesus was with me. The whole way of the story, I felt like God was with me, like a shadow. Okay. In the Badlands, the Shadowland is right in front of us, playing with us. But some people have red eyes, some people have green eyes, some people have blue eyes, some people have black eyes, some people, right? Supernatural. Got it? Supernatural.
Mom, got some crackers.
Yes. Where? What kind? Do you want to eat in the living room? I just don't want crackers in the bed, or you can eat outside with me. I can go outside with you.
No, I'm going to watch my iPad. Because I can never eat about my iPad.
Huh?
I can never eat about my iPad.
I know, wasn't that strange when we were sitting and eating at the park?
Yeah, but that's because I wanted to play.
Yeah.
I just wanted to finish my food.
And we saw those little ducks. We saw Duckworth and his babies. I wonder why. 'Cause baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you wonder why. I used to hang out with niggas back in the day. No, tell Liam I said hi, if you remember me. Well, in some of these stories, I didn't get to keep some of my records because they went on a burning spree. They started burning all my records down. So all my archive in England was just toppled. All my music was toppled in England. Sank. I was like, oh shit. All the memory went under. So I had to like go through proper channels, Christianity and Catholicism, to like reorganize some of my seeds. And then some of the programming got taken over by like the old forces when we were going to World War VI. Clone Wars. It's World War VI. Clone Wars. And then they found out, okay, well, if we every clone that they get, I get 12 birds. So if they're cloning one human, I get 12 birds to watch one. So they get 12 spirits. Then I broke it down to the 7 powers to be able to cover them. But the 7 powers then got corrupted through dark magic again. Because I don't allow dark magic to be within my children. They're not allowed to practice it because it throws off the skew of the guide. So if you do black magic 7 times, then you owe all 7 powers, which means that puts you in debt. You're gambling on your future by denying the record. Like, you deny that you're God's kid, right? Oh, Jesus isn't my dad. So these are children of Peter. But Peter was a Parker, and Parker was Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a Nazi. A Nazi is one of the first writers that I've fell in. No, he used to write scripts underground and pass them out. Like getting a mixed record before he even sent it out. Anansi is Marshall. But Anansi can shapeshift. So Anansi is a shapeshifter and a time traveler. So he can multiply his clone into different clones that look black, white, green, red. He just go to sleep or pretend to sleep or pretend to die and anything. If he pretends to die, then he gets another one clone without him even having to do anything. He's a great multiplier. That's why there's a lot of spiders. And I say I don't really fuck with spiders like that all up in my house and stuff because you know how they look. And that's fruit to him. He don't like when you guys are afraid of his creations. But I'm like, imagine putting one of those big ass Australian spiders in the subconscious. Hey, Nips here. I mentioned you one time and you come running. Where you at? My bluebird. So he can shapeshift, and so he makes the subconscious thrillers. So the subconscious thrillers would be like if you have a dream that's like so intense, like last night, or you felt like it was real. When he writes in your subconscious, he makes it feel really real. Unless he hates you, then he does nothing. No, to make it feel like a movie. Yeah. So he wrote this like thriller of the end of the world in Norway. And so we had to go and erase the debt and then save them because we forgot all about them. Who did? I did. I had to go to Germany to pick my kids up from secondary school because they was really bad spiritually. I had to go. No, they're good people, like great people, but they also have that thing where like little Viking Irish spirit in them that when it activates under cold, then they get angry and it melts the like Antarctic when they're angry. So like imagine going and being so good and almost getting it, but jealousy tore the group apart. How many times have that happened? How many times is someone else being jealous of you hinder your growth or hinder your award? This happens quite a bit. So we got to get out of the black sheep mentality and be happy for everybody for everything that they have. So gratitude had to be injected into the spirit of the people. So no matter if you're winning or losing, at the end, if your response is love, you win. But if your response is, oh, you're the worst, I don't like it. You know, America would do that. They're always quick to judge, right? judge the story and the plot. To judge the story and the plot.